Fuck Keemstar, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Brandon Tucker, whatever my name is. At this point, I don't even know. And it's cracking the cold one with the boy Justin on one side, Justin, and Rufus on the other side. That's side. That's how you do an intro.
Ritalin.
And this is our first full cast podcast in what?
4 weeks.
4 weeks?
4 weeks.
Am I at an auction?
Sometimes you just gotta, I don't know. My heart's racing.
Oh,
Sometimes you just gotta, I don't know.
Yeah, you do the thing, brother.
You know,
brother.
Super Mario Bros. 3 is a really good game.
You know, I heard. Someone told me that that's a very good game.
Did someone tell you that?
Yeah.
Good. They're correct.
They're correct. Oh, okay.
It's a good thing that Brandon's here and I don't gotta deal with this shit by myself anymore.
Oh, that was a headbutt. Oh, jeez, that was a headbutt on TV. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah?
That's true.
Yeah.
You got me.
It was a headbutt on TV. What headbutt? What's going on? What's going on TV?
I don't remember which one did it to the other one, but I just know someone in this Akira Tozawa and Leo Rush match, someone headbutted someone.
Someone got headbutted. Yeah. Someone did the headbutt. Someone got the headbutt. And that's cool. But you know what's even better?
What's even better? The fact that you had a transition set up but you didn't take advantage of it?
I didn't.
No, he's waiting.
Oh.
He's doing a build-up thing.
I was doing a build-up at first, and then it turned into me not knowing what to say.
Oh, I'll do it for you. Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah?
I wasn't going to do that one again. That's overplayed. You're overplaying it.
Oh wow, now it's overplayed.
It's overplayed, but fuck Polygon. It's fine.
Fuck Polygon is good.
Yeah,
that's for
all
life.
This shit.
Okay. Alright. I'll give you that one.
Fuck Polygon for life. Fuck Keemstar for life.
Oh, God, that last one.
For life.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That one.
Do it.
Fucking Keemstar, little bitch.
Okay. Look, I'm disgusted by his beard, but Jesus.
Justin has uncovered the secret to YouTube success.
Exactly. I want to beef with Keemstar.
Successful.
Hey man, he's been being a decent reporter of the news as of late. I think.
News. That's news. That's news. What he reports on. That's news.
Get off this topic, you fuck.
Rufus, let me tell you something. Okay, Keemstar, fuck that guy.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna leave.
I mean, it, in some aspects, it's considered news. Is it news that you need to get through your day? Fuck no. But I mean, so we had a pay-per-view over the weekend. WWE Extreme
a garbage pay-per-view.
Yeah. It was. See, my quick synopsis of it as the one who watched it late. Why? I feel like everything ended before I could start caring about it.
Yeah, pretty much. The pacing was fucked.
It's like some things I still enjoy, but it's like, okay, but this just started.
Yeah. That kind of applied to Rusev and AJ, surprisingly, for me. The match itself was AJ was, AJ, so he's great. Rusev was good. I feel like the last 20 to 25% of the match was phenomenal, and then
pun intended,
it just
right?
kind of ended. No, pun not intended.
Oh.
And it got really good at the end, and then it just ended. Even though what they actually did, it was a good finish, and I loved the build up for the phenomenal forearm and all that. But I don't know, it was kind of slow, and then it got really fast, and then it was over.
Really quickly. Something I want to just before we continue on with the wrestling. Last week, Ruiz had an idea for this podcast. We're not doing it.
Yeah, no, that's still happening, but just not this time.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
It's not. If
you
were wondering why there's no footage on the screen right now, it's totally not because you're losing your mind. So we're not doing it.
We're just not doing it.
Yep.
We're never doing it. It's never gonna happen.
Or you could be losing your mind. Think about that.
Life could be just a simulation. Life could be a
simulation. You may have just hallucinated me saying that we're not doing it this week and we're actually doing it right now, but you're just not seeing it, and you hallucinated me saying that we're not doing it. Or maybe you're hallucinating this part right now of me telling you these things. I don't know. What is life?
None of that,
what is true?
None of that Keemstar stuff was hallucinated, though. All that was real.
mean, how do they know if this is even real? How do they know if they're listening to a podcast right now? They couldn't be. They could be outside in a field and just they're believing they're listening to a podcast.
This could be a dream.
Yeah.
We have never existed.
Have you even smoked anything yet, Brennan?
Yes.
Okay.
It happens.
Just not gonna question if I smoked anything, even though I started that shit.
Well, I mean, I've been talking to you for like 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck the suspense, you know. I was trying to like get something going here. I was trying to like make it. Fuck you.
Hey, man. Hey.
Wrestling.
Nothing you can say. Nothing's gonna change what
know-
you've done to me.
Uno. Since it was what the table match on the pre-show, how was that? I didn't watch the table match.
No, I didn't watch the pre-show.
It was very weird. So obviously it was Sanity versus New Day. This was Sanity's debut, right?
Yeah, pay-per-view was, yeah.
Yeah. Did they wrestle on SmackDown already?
A couple times.
Okay.
Twice before.
Okay.
Twice.
All right. Ignoring the fact that Sanity and New Day are on the fucking pre-show.
Yeah.
In one of the few extreme rules matches with actual, weapons and shit. But anyways, the match itself was okay. The spots themselves were very cool and very well thought out, but none of them were executed well. And I was like discussing it at the time when I was watching it live that it may just be that New Day and Sanity don't have any chemistry, because everything, including the finish, just everything looked really sloppy. They did really cool stuff, but it didn't look smooth at all. It looked like everyone was just kind of like stumbling their way through. A couple times I thought that they just fucking injured themselves. Kofi at some point just almost died. The finish was the best part because it was interesting. It was unique, but even that, while it was like probably the best executed spot of the entire match, it was still I don't know. It still seemed like the timing was off. So it was alright.
Jesus Christ, I'm fucking dying.
I think after that we had Andrade versus Sin Cara for some reason.
I heard that they've been having good matches, but I haven't watched any of them, so I'd fuck if I know.
Yeah. Sin Cara had cool gear. Andrade had cool gear. That was also an interesting match. It was nothing special, but it was a match. It was a match, and it had a start, it had a middle, it had an end, but nothing to write home about.
I live home. I'm not away from home.
Fuck
None
you.
of us are. We're home.
I mean, you have logic.
This is all
in
the
that.
commentary you have.
This
This is what you have to add.
I didn't watch
Do I
the
have to
fucking
bother?
pre-show. The fuck else am I supposed to
Well,
say?
you can ask questions.
I don't care about these fucking matches.
You don't care about Andrade?
I care about Andrade. I don't
You
care
don't
about
New Day?
Andrade
You
facing
don't care about
fucking.
Sanity?
No, actually, I care about Nikki Cross, but she's not in fucking Sanity anymore. They just left her in NXT.
So she can have her moment.
For shame. Anyways, we get to garbage on the main show. I think we started off with the garbage tag team match.
What was the... Yes, it knew. It was...
Yeah.
Hairballs again. Jesus Christ, I can't get fucking rid of them.
You're a human being.
I know, that's the
Hairballs.
fucking scary part about it. But,
Hairballs.
fucking... It was B-Team versus Bray and Matt Hardy.
Batman.
Because I forgot his name slightly. Had to play it off. Yeah. But yeah, this was one of the matches, like, well, I mean, it was the first fucking match. But it was one of the matches where it was just like, oh, that ended. Oh, I just looked down for a second and look up and you're celebrating. But at least
Yeah, and the B team win because memes.
honestly, if they were going to give them the titles, I figured they should have pulled the trigger sooner.
I really hope that they're just transitional champions, so that Authors of Pain can get the titles or the Revival. An actual good team.
I just want to know, like, what's the plans for SummerSlam with the Raw Tag Team titles then? Because it's like you're looking to build some of the big matches for one of your big four, and the B Team is not in anyone's plans to be a part of a titles match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it was a meme. It was a haha.
I just love how we're ignoring. Well, they're ignoring history when it's not Kevin Owens or Paige. We're forgetting that people were NXT champions at one point. Because they started to give Curtis Axel's title history, and then they gave Matt's, and it was like, okay, we're just gonna stop there because we don't talk about Bray's past titles, and Bo NXT don't count.
Bo did nothing. What are you talking about? Yeah, Bo. What did he do?
But the only time NXT titles are brought up if you're fucking Kevin Owens because of his whole storyline with John Cena or Paige. That's it. NXT titles don't matter.
Yeah,
it's all a
they
facade.
don't because Kevin Dunn.
Yep. Because we forget that Shinsuke is what 2-time NXT champion. Samoa Joe as well. Yeah, the only two people.
Yeah.
Forget to bring those up.
So any thoughts, Justin? Any thoughts on that whole thing?
I am so fucking bored right now.
Okay, so fucking next up, let's
bored
get you
watching the show, and now I'm bored recapping the show.
Let's make you even more bored. Next up, we had Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin, who also doesn't have any fucking gear.
Well, why? Where is his gear? I
yelled at my TV when he came out in that shit.
Why the fuck did it disappear all of a sudden? Okay, you get a gimmick change. That don't mean you just you don't fucking get rid of the ring gear. You may change the ring gear to fit the goddamn gimmick. Don't get rid of
exactly.
Why are you in a vest? Why?
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's like with fucking with Kane. It's like, okay, his ring gear is all that like demonic shit, right?
Yes.
But even then, can you not have him fucking wrestle in slacks for like 2 years? And now with Baron, he already has gear. And he would look good in those like fucking pants or whatever with the fucking bald head. That's fine. Why was he? Why?
None of it makes sense. Why are they feuding?
I'm starting an Indiegogo.
Why were they feuding?
Because Baron said like "Yo mama," I think, to Finn or something like that.
It started.
I thought that was the Bobby Roman feud.
Oh no! That happened because Roman was like, "Hey, Bobby was in did MMA for a bit."
And how did that go for you? Well, pretty fucking well, I guess.
Yeah, pretty good actually. He also said that he made an impact, which I get he did. Multiple world title reigns at TNA. So he's been doing pretty well for himself. Roman, are you trying to put him over?
Roman, we can't really say the same for you. We can, but we can't.
Yeah, we can, but all those moments just had people being like, "Fuck you."
This is everyone.
Anyway, so fuck Finn. Finn wins. Finn wins. No one gives a shit. Next up, we had Asuka taking on the Divas champion in a Divas match that lasted as long as a Divas match does because it was 5 minutes and it wasn't even a match. So what did you guys think of this garbage fucking -5-star Divas match for the Divas title?
The ending, like the way it ended, if I'm just taking that segment alone, with the way Carmella wins with Asuka's head bouncing off the cage, it's like, okay, that's a realistic way for someone like Carmella to pin.
5.5 minutes, okay? It had an extra half of a minute.
That's a viable way for someone like Carmella to beat Asuka, but the sheer fact that Asuka had to pop up instantly to murder James Ellsworth.
Yeah, so you had Asuka not sell the supposed like concussion that she got.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, this is just like continuing the ongoing like trademark of WWE now, where they just don't know how to book faces, except for Braun. But the only reason Braun is cheered is because he's booked like a heel, even though he's a face. So these cunts just don't know how to book faces. Can't wait for Vince to die. Anyway, so this match, the problem that I had with it is like,
I hope Keemstar gets AIDS. Oh, whoa! Vince McMahon should die though.
Yeah, Vince McMahon should die though, and Kevin Dunn should fucking drown. But anyways,
and I say Keemstar should get AIDS, and I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. Anyways, just waiting for Vince to fuck. Okay, so this Divas match.
That's what I said last week. By the way, at the end when it's censored, I said I hope he gets AIDS.
Jesus fucking Christ, Justin, fuck you. So
You just wish them death on a man, dude.
He has it coming. Anyways.
By the way, let me. This is about the match, okay? The best part of this match, you know what the best part was?
Yeah.
When that one fucking crew member got the fuck out of Dodge because Asuka was beating everyone up.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even in the match. So
that was during the match.
Wasn't it after?
Yeah. No, he that guy died after the match, but during the match he ran away.
Oh. Anyways, yeah. So this is actually when I turned off the stream. I ended up watching the other matches later because I could not take this shit. So this started off with James in a fucking shark cage because that's a great idea and everyone wants to see that, and we should definitely put. Yeah, and we definitely need to put Asuka, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world right now, maybe the best worker in the company at the moment. We need to put her in a shark cage match. Definitely, we should definitely do that. Divas match. Anyways, the fucking shark cage was suspended like so fucking low. Like, you knew that this wasn't even going to be a match. Like, as soon as I saw how low he was, I'm like, they're not going to be able to fucking wrestle like this. So, I just didn't know how stupid it was going to get later. And, the reason why he had to be so low. But anyways, so it was a non-match. I think, like, Asuka takes a bump immediately. James immediately starts fucking dropping shit. Like, kayfabe wise, as soon as he came in with that fucking, like, with the baggy ass shit that he was wearing, I'm like, can someone fucking frisk this cunt? Because I'm pretty sure he has a fucking, like, AK-47 under that jacket.
It's America. Of course we don't frisk for things like that. It's not like we have any mass shootings at all.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that is definitely a man who's about to fucking commit a crime.
Yep.
So they put him in. Fucking shark cage is way too low. There's not gonna be any wrestling. Drops fucking weapons. He fucking unlocks the lock. He gets out of the cage. He spends like a minute tying the harness that he's got on to the cage so that when he trips, by trip I mean jump. When he jumps off the cage, he is upside down, and the harness is very obviously on his body, and the bandanas are not even close to the cage. It's the fucking harness. You could see this -5 stars Divas match.
Fucking bulletproof vest looking shit.
That bulletproof vest, and he's upside down, and Asuka, because we're booking her like she's a fucking idiot because she's a babyface. So obviously, she has to be an idiot. Takes her eyes off Carmella and just fucking starts, I don't know, warming up while looking at James, who is upside down with a harness that you can see. And Carmella sneaks up on her. Asuka hits her head on the cage and she gets pinned. So this Divas match ends. And there you go. That's what we're doing with Asuka. That's the company. This right here, Vince, you're not gonna retire, buddy. So, go ahead and kick that bucket.
I want to point out, like, the whole thing with not knowing how to book Asuka, and we're going into SummerSlam next.
Yeah.
On SmackDown, they started setting up Becky finally getting her fucking moment, because we know this is going to lead to Becky getting her fucking moment at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We don't do much with the other women on the roster when we're worried about the women's title. So what the fuck is Asuka going to do going into SummerSlam?
Nothing. She's not even gonna be on the pre-show. That's what you do with probably the best worker in the company. On top of that, like apparently, and with SmackDown now, we're building towards Becky facing Carmella, right?
Yes.
What the fuck would you rather have? Becky Lynch against Asuka, or Becky versus James Ellsworth? Because that's what the storyline is going to be. Yeah, that's what the storyline is going to be because of the match that they had. So you could have had Asuka, one of the best wrestlers ever, versus Becky, one of the top people that they have for the women's division, in a great match. You give them time, give them fucking 20 minutes, and they'll give you a great match. Or Becky Lynch, who people are actually cheering for, and she's over again after they fucked her up.
Yeah.
We take that, instead of giving people a great match, we give them Becky versus James Ellsworth.
WWE, what are you doing?
I want to. I want to kick Kevin Dunn's teeth in.
I'm trying. What even followed that match? Was that?
After that, we had we go from that minus 5-star match to another minus 5-star match with Shinsuke and Jeff.
Okay, that was next. Okay.
Yeah, for the U.S. title, Jeff Hardy is the champion. We go in. It's the dream match, right? You just imagine that, Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke Nakamura. What a fucking great idea for a match.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this. Dick kick.
Are we done talking about the show yet?
No, we got like half a show left.
Oh, God.
Dick kick. That's what we got.
Dick kick. Kinshasa, he pins him. Randy comes out, stomps on Jeff's dick for some reason. Then after that, Owens and Strowman in a cage match where Owens continues to be a fucking quivering pussy for some reason. And that happened. Braun threw Kevin off the cage.
Yeah.
The table.
Yeah, and that also, like, you know how the fucking hardness on James was showing? That fucking crash pad.
Just murdered.
You're a fucking multi-million-dollar company, you fucking pieces of shit. Hide your shit.
Kevin Owens is a puss, apparently. The Bludgeon Brothers face Team Hell No, but
we're just not gonna get Brandon's thoughts on any of this?
Brandon, you talked a lot. We have Team Hell No. Brandon, what are your thoughts of Kevin versus Braun?
If we're just gonna fly through this, we just might as well just fly through this. Just fly through it.
Okay, good. Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. It started off with only Daniel Bryan because Kane was attacked backstage earlier, got his foot all fucked up. That was a match. Bludgeon Brothers won. Kane ended up coming out, and then like they still lost.
One second. I just gotta throw this out there, okay? The first thing that I thought of when I saw Kane in that cast. Remember when Seth Rollins broke his fucking leg or his ankle, and he was Corporate Kane, and then they took him backstage, and then Demon Kane appeared and he stomped his foot on the ground and snapped it back in place.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Yeah. You know what I remember? Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns.
I don't remember
a match that Bobby Lashley won, which was
with a spear.
Bobby Lashley with a really poorly done spear, whereas it took Brock Lesnar 5 F5s. Bobby won with a single poorly timed spear, a very
singular
gentle, he did a very gentle belly to belly suplex under the commentary table earlier. Very gentle, put that guy down nice and gently, and a spear. And it took Brock 5 F5s. Bobby Lashley, that's it.
Yeah. Yep.
Roman should have disqualified himself with those stairs.
No, wait, Brandon, what did you think of Lashley and Roman?
It was enjoyable, but it was just like that gentleness and that spear. And there's like the fucking stairs. It was like what the logic of this is bothering me.
Like why was Roman straight up trying to get disqualified?
The fucking ref. Fucking Roman was choking Bobby out with the ropes, and the ref stopped at the number 4 and just started talking to Roman. It's like, fucking count, you piece of shit. Say 5, end this shit.
I like it was just like, hey man, you know what the rules are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me explain the rules, man. If you don't fucking break now, I need to disqualify you, okay? Now let's fucking go. 1, 2. Dude! That's not how it works. You don't see someone fucking hit someone else with a chair and just be like, hey man, disqualifications are on.
You know what that reminded me of? Something that upset me so fucking much when I was a kid. It was Jeff Hardy, and I can't remember who he was facing, but the guy had Jeff in a submission hold. It might have been Jericho, I don't know. And Jeff grabbed the bottom rope. Referee counted to 5. He did the full 5 count. He was like, Jericho, let go. If it was Jericho. He didn't let go, and then he pulled Jeff away from the ropes, and then Jeff tapped out and he lost. That was a disqualification, though.
That's a screw job right there.
There was a disqualification in there.
That's a screw job right there.
Holy shit. The refs. The fucking refs.
The fact that I was a fucking child and that still pissed me off.
Oh, wait a fucking minute. Before we even get away from Bobby and Roman, So remember my little
Bob Sapp and Roman.
my little rant earlier about WWE forgetting about NXT champions. Forgettable championships that no one gives a fuck about apparently. So they made a fucking point to bring up the fact that Bobby Lashley is a 2-time ECW champion, though.
They
brought
also
up the fact that fucking
made it a
Vince was
point.
an ECW champion.
They also made it a point to bring up the fact that Bobby Lashley, 10 years ago, by the way, it was 11, Roman, dumbass. 10 years ago, to quote that asshole, he was in the main event of WrestleMania. And in the video package, they show Lashley making his entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you fucking remember what match that was, first of all?
Was that the one with Trump?
Yep.
Yes. That's the one with Orange Fuck. And they just show Bobby walking in, nothing else. And aside from that dumbassery, it wasn't the main event.
It wasn't. It fucking wasn't.
Like, I know that they have this boner, like fucking Punk talked about this in his podcast, like with Cole Cabana. What the fuck? No, Mania does not have like 5 main events or whatever you want to believe. The main event is the last fucking match.
You would think that Roman Reigns would understand what the main event of WrestleMania is, since he's been in 4 of them in a row.
Pretty much.
You just remember the ECW shit, though. You can't remember NXT, but you remember
You remember ECW.
The next one was Alexa versus Nia, and for some reason, the only Extreme Rules match on Extreme Rules.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I remember Justin bringing up the fact that they made sure Vince's ECW championship was brought up. The fact that Vince wasn't even in the building for Extreme Rules and they made sure to bring that up is a fucking problem to me.
One thing I just need to point out for Nia and Alexa. Am I the only one? Fuck you, Kat. Am I the only one that was really confused when Natalya came out with Nia?
Yes.
I was.
I was confused. I was Vince Russo on my TV, but yeah, I was very confused.
Yeah. So Natalya came out with Nia Jax for some reason. Mickey came out with Alexa, which actually makes sense because she's constantly with
her aunt.
She's
her
aunt. Fucking Ronda was on ringside with her fucking fiance or husband or whatever, who no one ever acknowledged.
With her husband, Travis Brown. They cut to Ronda coming in, being very, like, holding hands or whatever with Travis Brown, and they're just like, there we go. There's Ronda right there. Yeah, Ronda's coming in. And I'm like, and UFC fighter Travis Brown. And Travis Brown. And then they cut to her ringside, and I'm like, there's Ronda Rousey and Travis Brown, though.
This match was, I enjoyed it. Mickey was oddly, like, botching with, like...
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I was thinking about, like, I had 2 points to make. First, the second point was that Mickey...
Should I start with the second point?
Fucking... Because I need to fucking explain. Like, that's how we got to that conclusion. My second point was the fact that, like, Mickey... I thought that she was amazing in terms of how she was able to move so fucking fast with those goddamn heels.
Yeah.
So when we were discussing like why, there was like some botching happening when Ronda attacked, I was wondering because like Ronda tried to like toss her in, Mickey hit the fucking apron, and then she had to like go in. And that's how I came to the conclusion that maybe it was the heels, and that's why she couldn't really move and she couldn't really, do everything the way she was supposed to. But and the other one that Justin thought, I also thought the same thing the first time I saw it. When she was like winding back to hit Ronda with the kendo stick, it looked like she hit Alexa with it.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, but then in the replay you see that it was just a barricade. Uh-huh. She was just winding up so much that she hit the barricade slightly and then hit Ronda. But yeah, that just the camera work alongside those goddamn heels. Just what the fuck, Mickey. But yeah, this match was okay. It was all right.
Ronda fucking fast.
Ronda has that fucking Braun Strowman chasing people down speed.
Oh my god! Like, I don't mean to like just be that asshole. That's just like like when you're watching like a fucking comic book movie and someone's like, "Oh, dude, if you don't know what happens in the comic, or like you're watching Game of Thrones, like, yeah, but the book." But I don't mean for it to come out that way. But as someone who's been like supporting and following Ronda since she was in fucking Strikeforce, every time I see her in a WWE ring, I'm like, I can't wait for her to show people just how amazing she is. Mm-hmm. So when she was that fast, I had the biggest like shit-eating grin on my face. Because I love the fact that we're slowly seeing like how impressive she is, and I love the fact that she's just being introduced to a whole new crowd, because she is just amazing, and she was great. She was great in that little part that she had. I would have loved if she had just fucking like stormed the ring and just killed everyone.
She threw Mickey on top of Natalia at one point.
Yeah, yep.
It's like, that's your friend. That's your friend. Your friend is there.
That to be the explanation as to why Natalia turns on her.
Yep.
So that match
Alexa
also
retains.
had Alexa retained after a DDT onto a chair. Alexa at one point tried to put a chair in the corner and like wedge it. She spent like 5 minutes attempting to do that before walking away, and then it fell out of place. So then she's like, "Fuck it," and she just stood it on top of the trash can, and then Nia just fell into it.
Yeah, there was it. Well, also, one thing to note: why the fuck do they keep pushing this narrative about how Alexa is so comfortable in an Extreme Rules match? Like, is Alexa just gonna be a female Tommy Dreamer?
Because every time she gets the chance, she's just fine with it.
Those kendos, man. She loves her kendo sticks.
She loves kendo sticks.
They're bigger than her.
They are.
They are. Oh god, that reminds me of when fucking she was thrown onto the fucking trash can. That's like 3 times her body.
Yeah. Alexa was great, and I need to. Alexa was great as always, but Nia, can we take a moment to talk about how fucking much she's improved? Like,
yeah.
To people who were, like that Ronda match, you had people saying Ronda carried it. You had people saying Nia carried it. I think they both did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's amazing that Nia, like, who would have fucking thought in NXT that this person would end up fucking facing Ronda in her first singles match and be able to hang with her, even though Ronda's a rookie, but like she's just an incredible athlete.
Yep.
And now you have this match, and while there was definitely some botches and all, because, just fuck this show in its entirety, I kind of feel like there was like some preparation problems, to be honest, because the pacing of every single match was off.
Yeah.
But they Alexa and Nia were on the upper spectrum of the, how bad things were. They were good. They didn't fuck up as much. But yeah, that was something I noticed, that Nia was still great. Like, a lot of people have been kind of shitting on her recently for some reason. It goes like back and forth with Nia. You get people that are just like, "Oh, she's great," and then people are like, "Oh, no, she's not." I think this match should be a great example of the fact that no, she's just improved all around.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks that this is basically going to be her last time facing, being in the title picture for a while.
Speaking of titles, it is then AJ Styles versus Rusev, because for some reason the Intercontinental title in a 30-minute Iron Man match on a show called Extreme Rules was the main event. AJ versus Rusev. AJ won. I think most people were expecting that. But the thing that I took away from it was that it seemed like they were going to set up a little bit of a friction between Rusev and Aiden, possibly leading to Rusev finally turning face.
Which they have elaborated on a little bit when it came to SmackDown. I don't know what you want me to do, Jim in there. Fucking Aiden walks into the arena. And first of all, as someone who has progressed so fucking much, Aiden English, because his promo skills on SmackDown this week, with him explaining to Lana how much he cares about his friendship with Rusev and how he's sorry about what happened at Extreme Rules, like, Aiden, where has this been at? Where has this been? Because Jesus fucking Christ, I actually felt that shit.
Aiden is just really good on the mic in general, and he has been since NXT.
Yeah.
It's just that he was stuck, in that vaudevillains gimmick, which, was good for NXT, but it's one of those gimmicks where if management don't believe in it on the main roster, and, main roster crowds are really shitty in comparison to NXT. Like, people complain about NXT crowds, at least they fucking give a shit, you know? At least they get into it. And they don't try to hijack shit.
Wasn't Vaudevillains similarly to, Sanity, where, like, they were faces at the end of their NXT run and then just randomly showed up as heels on the main roster?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. It was weird. Yeah, they mishandled the Vaudevillains, and, Simon Gotch is gone.
Now
Aiden's
Simon's
just
just
been doing nothing.
fucking gone, talking shit about Enzo.
And Aiden has been doing his fucking best with everything they've been giving him.
Yeah.
Which hasn't been much, but hopefully this will be a good feud. I hope they give time. They just really need to get the crowds into it because people are not into Aiden, and they haven't tried to put him over. Rusev is great, but they need to really like push Rusev as a top level guy. Like imagine how intense this title match would have been if people didn't see Rusev as, like I hate to say it, but like as, the fucking dirty J word, a jobber, It sucks. It really sucks that like, you have Rusev who's over as fuck in a position like Jinder last year, more people were saying that he's gonna win, and he was doing nothing when he faced Randy for the title. He was doing nothing, but like a lot of people were like, "Oh, they may actually do this," So the fact that people weren't really thinking that with Rusev, there's a lot of elements at play here, like the fact that they just have done nothing with him, the fact that he's been over for ages, and they keep, shitting on him. They need to start pushing this man, and Lana was a great part of his act as well, and she needs to be back with him, like because she's doing nothing. Like we tried to make her a wrestler. They tried to give her time and everything. They didn't really keep going with that. She wasn't as good as they were hoping, I guess. And, now she's just doing nothing. I mean, Rusev is there. Put her back with him.
I think the most she's doing right now is she's becoming Naomi's friend. They're trying to put their differences aside and become friends.
Like, where is that even going?
If it's not going to be a women's tag team division, absolutely nowhere.
You know where that's not going? Into the Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins main event.
I hate him.
30 minutes.
Are we just no. Before we do that, no. Before that, we just need to
Drew
talk
McIntyre at ringside.
Fucking, you shut up. We need to talk about the finish with the phenomenal forearm.
AJ did the phenomenal forearm and won.
That was perfect. The way AJ was like, getting the fans all excited and everything. And the way the camera was angled, you'd think that Aiden was about to interfere, he was about to do something. That was very intense. We need more of that shit.
Yeah. Aiden with the quickness with that fucking cover, though. Just snatch that motherfucker off.
But yeah, that finish was great. I enjoyed it.
Drew McIntyre ended up getting involved in the Ziggler and Rollins match. It was 2-0 with Seth in the lead. We'll get to the crowd in a bit here because fuck Pittsburgh. It was 2-0. Seth was in the lead, and Drew McIntyre was like, "All right, fuck this." Got in the ring and beat the shit out of Seth. Seth should have by that point been up by like 106-0, but for some reason the referee only gave one disqualification win.
Yeah,
only a single one, even though Seth was beating him up for like 6 years, and then eventually Drew was kicked out. And Dolph got like 3 quick ass pins. And so it tied it up. And it was tied until like almost to the end. It was pretty close. And then Ziggler ended up getting... Seth ended up getting a win. And Ziggler got one first. He was in the lead. Okay, I'm remembering now. Ziggler got in the lead by 1 point. And it was like that for a long time. But then Seth ended up tying it up at like near the end. And ended up in a draw, and they were like, Ziggler still retains, but then Kurt came out, and Kurt was like, get the fuck back in the ring, you little bitch, and then Drew distracted Seth, and so Ziggler came in, did the fucking zigzag, and got the pin for the sudden death win.
Just fucking, we're speedrunning this last match.
I wanted to speedrun this whole fucking show.
We were trying to speedrun that shit so bad, you fucking botched the entirety of that recap.
I botched a little bit. Brandon, fucking tell him about the crowd.
Why I gotta tell him about the shitty?
You're on crowd duty.
You're not going. I am not a child, sir. I am a man.
You be a man that talks about this crowd.
You just rude little. All right, big fella, shit. So, niggas in the crowd, right?
What?
There's one for this episode.
You broke Brandon.
What the fuck's your problem? Why did you wait until the match that should have been perfect? By overtaking everything, by not giving a fuck, by worrying about the fucking clock. Why were you doing Royal Rumble countdowns in an Iron Man match?
I can explain. Because the show was 5 hours long.
No.
Imagine sitting on your fucking ass for the majority of that show, right? A 5 hour long show. Not to mention waiting in line to get in. Not to mention finding your seat. All that garbage. You were there like an hour earlier to an hour and a half. You get in. You finally sit down. You get hit with fucking Andrade and Sin Cara. You get hit with a fucking botchy-ass table match. You get hit with fucking B-Team winning. Fucking Baron Corbin with that gear. Fucking Divas match. Fucking Shinsuke low blow. Fucking Kevin's death. Bludgeon Brothers beating Team Hell No. Sucking the fucking energy out of the shit. Fucking Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns, which was a good match, but still, nobody wanted it. Alexa and Nia, that was filled with spots and all that. AJ and Rusev, they've been through so much. At this point, while I disagree that they fucking hijacked this match particularly, I can kind of understand if I was in the crowd and my God, we're falling asleep by now, and you see that clock, and someone starts doing that shit, you don't have much more energy for another match. You don't have energy at all. If they put that fucking clock during Alexa and Nia, they would have done that. If they put it up there for Bobby and Roman, they would have done it. AJ and Rusev, debatable because AJ's involved. But you know what? They might have still done it.
Seth is almost as over, if not as over, as AJ.
Huh?
Said Seth is almost, if not as over, possibly even more than AJ.
But is he, though?
Yes.
But is he, though?
He is. He's insanely over.
I don't know. It might be also due to the fact that it's Dolph he's facing, and they most people have kind of given up on poor Dolph. The fact that after sitting through all this shit, you see this clock and it's like 30 minutes. You have 30 more minutes. Not accounting screw jobs, extensions, overtime, which did happen, 30 more minutes. You'd want to fucking die.
Fuck Pittsburgh.
Nah, not really.
And then fucking Kirk came out and put him over.
It sucked, but, I understand.
I don't know. Not for that match. You want to be assholes during the shitty matches, okay, but not for that fucking match.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's in all honesty, I feel like what WWE should if they had put the actual important matches like this, the fucking AJ and Rusev, all the shit that people actually care about, if they had put them first, and then we would have gone to the other shit, I feel like 70% of the arena would have been empty by the end, because people wanted to leave, but they had to wait for the important shit.
Just so that they can complain. Not complain, but they can completely ignore what they were waiting for. If you're going to ignore it, then why'd you wait? Just leave.
It sucks. It sucks for Seth and Dolph. But I don't know. I'm not sure if most people there, the casual audience, was really that excited for Seth facing Dolph for the Intercontinental title. We care about it. Most fans, I don't know if they do.
With how over Seth is, yes, most fans do.
If this was a result of the length of the show, I felt.
I just don't think there's any excuse for it.
This is my thing. When it comes to, the important stuff actually going on last, we spend, well, I'm not going to say we, but for the more part, the internet wrestling community and wrestling people in general, they complain on a month-to-month basis about Roman Reigns being in the main event when his match is not worth being in the main event. But when Roman, goes on sooner and we get all the shitty stuff before we get the things that we really want, we still tune out. Mm-hmm. It's I don't. At this point, to me, it's never going to be the order of the matches on the card, because we've seen it both ways with Roman main eventing, Roman not main eventing, and just audiences not giving a fuck. WWE, you need to produce a better quality show.
Yeah. And
you are making all this money from Fox to do SmackDown on Fox. We shouldn't have to wait until 2019 to get the quality product on a week-to-week and even monthly basis.
Yep.
You should be already doing this to gear us for that.
Completely agreed. And that's the thing. Like that's like the problem with WWE in general. It's they make money. They're too big to fail, and no matter what people do, if you cancel, if like 70% of people cancel their network subscriptions, they'll probably try to win us back and then immediately shit on us again.
Yep.
That is if they even acknowledge it, because Vince is in a fucking echo chamber. So it's they will not listen, and that's what hurts. It's like people complain about the fact that Roman is in the main event, and that also was something that pissed me off about the fact that they shit on this match, because you're getting, Dolph, who you guys have loved for years, but for the past 2 years everyone's been really fucking cold on him, and you have Seth, who's over, in an Intercontinental title match. Now, the fact that it's an Intercontinental title match, it takes away from it. I'm sure that if this was like the Universal title match, people probably wouldn't have done this. But it may have to do with the title that they were actually facing off for. Mainly, it is the length of the show, and it's the fact that the show is trash. Like, the show itself, up until this point, had so much offensive shit that happened to it. Like, the Shinsuke Jeff Hardy match, Carmella Asuka, that would have been enough for me, personally, to fucking walk out. And it was horrible. It was terrible. And they've been through so much by now, And they probably saw, like, what they mainly cared about, which is, like, AJ. And, like, the SmackDown titles match. And they've already seen, like, a bunch of title matches by now. The card itself wasn't that strong to begin with. So you have this card that's not really all that special. You have a 5-hour show. You have so much stupid, dumbass shit happening in said show. At this point, I feel like most people were tuned out. They weren't even paying attention to the match. So they looked around, they saw the clock, and they're just like, dude, let's do the Royal Rumble shit, And then other people joined in. And that's how it started, and that's how it ended. It sucks, and I feel bad for them, but it is what it is. They need to do shorter shows, and they need to, as you said, produce better quality shows. It's a bad quality show. It's a long show. And that's what happens.
Yeah. Anything, Justin?
Yeah.
No, we can move on to not wrestling.
Not wrestling?
But we have Raw and SmackDown.
We didn't watch that. Brandon might have watched that. We didn't watch that, though.
Yeah, Brandon, give us a recap.
Be quick, please.
The main things going into SummerSlam, since that's what we're building into. Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns will have another match next week on Raw to see who will be facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Because why not just make that match on Sunday? That match, I don't fucking know. Another big key thing going into SummerSlam, Daniel Bryan and The Miz is officially being set up with a funeral for Team Hell No on SmackDown, led by The Miz, was led to Daniel Bryan getting a little retribution and beating a Miz a little bit before the segment came to a close. Next week, we will finding out who AJ Styles' competition will be when it comes to SummerSlam. And as I said earlier, Becky and Carmella is almost a lock for SummerSlam.
What would you like to see? Who would you like to see face AJ at SummerSlam?
Seeing as though Daniel is now being held finally getting into his thing with Miz, Joe.
Yeah.
Because Joe didn't do much on SmackDown this week. Like, he was there, and he had a quick segment with Ty Dillinger. It was like, okay, that seems oddly small of a part for Joe when we're leading into a major pay-per-view and everyone else has their cards in play for it. I feel like it's going to be Joe. Fucking 2 TNA originals for the WWE title at one of the big four.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Although I feel like Joe and AJ should be like a WrestleMania feud.
Yeah.
So I'd love if this was a long-term feud. I would love if this incorporates like Royal Rumble somehow into Mania. I don't know. I don't know if Joe takes it off AJ. They have the feud continues. We take a bit of a break. AJ could maybe win the Rumble, get a title rematch, win again at WrestleMania. There's a lot to do with AJ and Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
None of which the company will actually do, but
So Brandon, what's going on with video games?
Fucking my
nothing. Fucking nothing. And why are you rushing us through wrestling where we actually have stuff to talk about?
We have 10 minutes left. I want to talk about some video game shit because more people who watch my channel are into video games than they are wrestling.
There's nothing.
We gotta give them something. We don't need to talk about new shit. As I said, we can just discuss things. We don't need specific current events.
Things.
Yeah. Brandon, what's your favorite game, Brandon?
Favorite game?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite game. I am a big fan of the Arkham series. I've played all of them multiple times. And that's my go-to series of games to play.
Yeah, your favorite series then would be Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what about you, Rufus? Favorite series?
A video game is an electronic game that involves interaction with the user interface to generate visual feedback on a video device such as a TV screen or computer monitor.
What is your favorite series of video games, you fucking asshole?
As of the 2000s, it implies any type of display device
that can dickhead. What's your favorite video game series?
I don't know. You know. I've talked about it a lot.
To me personally, not to the fucking... What is this thing called podcast?
You could definitely find me on PSN, and you can look at my username, and
this is a fucking podcast. You fucking prick. What is your favorite game series? For my viewers.
You can Google that.
This podcast is now me and Brandon, okay? No more Rufus. He's not allowed back.
Why? Because I'm not going along with you fucking shitting on the podcast this week and rushing us through shit.
I'm not shitting on I'm trying to have a new discussion that we haven't had before about video games.
Rushing us?
So you're trying to make it all about wrestling when those people who watch my channel don't even fucking watch wrestling.
We've done episodes already where we've had nothing to talk about for wrestling, so we talked mainly about video games. And we've had shows where we had nothing to talk about for video games, so we talked mainly about wrestling. It's fine. It happens.
I don't want to talk exclusively about wrestling. This was going to be exclusively about wrestling.
What do you want to talk about with video games?
I just... Fucking favorite video game series. I just said that. I'm talking about...
Why?
Brandon said Arkham because we're having a discussion. It's a fucking discussion. We chat. It's a podcast.
Fucking Metal Gear, Yakuza, Hitman.
I said favorite, not favorites.
I got a lot. Well, Metal Gear is probably there. Goes Brandon.
Brandon smoking. We made Brandon smoke. Mine's probably Uncharted, by the way.
Yeah, Uncharted as well. You know, I have a lot. I can't pick one favorite.
It's either Uncharted or Pokemon for me. One of those two.
If we were talking nostalgia and how much like fond memories I have, probably like Metal Gear. You know, but you know.
How you doing, Brandon?
My favorite series is Madden.
That's just fictitious.
Cause just listen. Hear me out. Madden is a game series that's been going for how long? It predates me. I am an adult man who has watched John Madden football go from having Madden on the cover to a fucking football player every year. Think about that. You don't see Madden on the cover no more because it's a football star and it's a fucking Madden Curse. It's the same shitty shit storm of a game every year.
It's also the UFC curse.
And see, sports. Hey, listen, sports games. Listen here. Calm down, all right? Because y'all fucking over your cover stuff. The cover of your game should be to showcase the skills and abilities of the person on the cover, not to curse the motherfucker. All right? I don't believe in curses, but y'all cursing motherfuckers.
They made Ronda lose.
Ronda lost. And NBA 2K, you not safe. You not safe, bitch. FIFA, you not safe either. WWE 2K, I buy you every year, but your ass ain't safe either, motherfucker. Calm down with y'all shit.
Brandon just became one sassy ass woman.
Fix your games. Fix your games. Even Call of Duty has a good game every once in a while.
I don't know about that, brother.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, it's not every year. Every once in a while.
Fuck that. Them motherfuckers, y'all need to get y'all shit together too.
When was the last good Call of Duty, Brandon?
Black Ops. Now, if y'all don't get y'all shit together...
That was 8 years ago!
Exactly.
It's still every once in a while. That still counts.
When was the last good Madden game? Probably ESPN Sports. That's not even Madden, but it was a better fucking football franchise, but Madden fucking fucked it all up. Madden 2K fucked up Live. Well, Live's making a comeback.
What are we getting more college football games?
And that's another... Wait, what the fuck happened to NCAA? What the fuck? Now, I preferred NCAA over Madden, because I can actually fucking win in NCAA. I can play the shittiest of shitty people in Madden, and I'll lose. That's how shitty I am in Madden. That's how shitty of a game Madden is. I beat Justin, and that was by accident once. I beat someone by accident in Madden.
I beat Justin in Madden with share play lag once.
Every fucking time I bring that up, you're like, nah, dude. I fucking you had it set to hard, and I set to easy. But on this podcast, you're like, you know what? I fucked Justin up with that shit with fucking lag.
Stay fucked.
Brandon, fight me in Madden. Fight me in Madden. Or we can play NFL Blitz. That is actual fighting.
It does. NFL Blitz. What happened to you?
Hey, you know what NBA game should be a yearly thing?
Ballers?
NBA Jam.
Yeah?
Hey, also, FIFA Street, where's that?
Wait a minute. Hey, whatever happened to the fucking arcade-style fucking sports games? Where did they all go? Why is everything fucking simulation now? Y'all
and it's broken, and the physics are all over the place, and characters warp into places, and they also fuse together.
Do y'all remember game companies? Do you like making sure you make more money and not just a even amount every year? Cause you know, if you gave us an arcade style sports game, we'll buy it. Multiplayer thing is a thing.
Multiplayer thing is a thing. Video
that made me angry.
Fight me in Madden.
Fight you in Madden. And don't bring Spike Lee back. Please
don't do that. Fucking Spike Lee joint.
Fucking Spike Lee. Fuck
everywhere you go in the goddamn menu for the NBA game, it's just fucking Spike Lee joint made by Spike Lee in association with Spike Lee.
You know what? He had his moment last week. Fuck Spike Lee. Fucking midget ass New Yorker bitch. God damn it.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. So video games.
Yeah, those are the video game stuffs are happening.
Congratulations, man! You broke our friend.
Brandon's gonna fight me in some Madden. What's the most recent Madden game you got, Brandon?
Madden 06.
I don't think I got that one.
I don't think I have it either. I just wanted to make up a Madden game. I don't know the last time I had Madden.
Tell you what, Brandon.
Yes.
You can fight me in Madden through SharePlay.
Fuck.
If Rufus could beat me with that leg, you can do it.
Oh wow, fuck you, dude.
You don't play Madden games.
I don't play Madden.
Oh wow, I don't play Madden. Fuck you, dude.
Brandon, you don't play Madden.
I'm black? Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
I didn't say NBA.
You got a point. I am better at that.
You are better. He managed to... What's the thing called when you have to jump for the ball? Is it just called a jump ball?
Tip off.
Jump ball?
Tip off, that's it. Yeah, we did that, and I was some guy who was actual basketball player height, and then Brandon was this fucking dude who was like 5'2", and he ended up getting the ball. And I was so fucking pissed that he got the ball. That actual midget fucking got the ball.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of fucking uses of that word.
Maybe it has been. Fuck Spike Lee. Fuck Polygon.
Fuck Polygon. Fuck Spike Lee. Fuck, who's the beard guy with the nice beard?
Burn those bridges, motherfucker.
Midgets are cool. Y'all cool. I like midgets.
Fuck Keemstar, that's it. Midgets are alright, you know. Yeah, they're decent. Cool. Sometimes. I mean, fucking Vern Troyer was cool, you know.
I mean, some of them can be dicks. I mean, because they're just people.
Yeah.
I question why I'm still in this podcast.
Hey, man, you missed like 2 weeks recently. In a row.
Are you calling me out?
Yeah.
Calling you out, brother.
Calling you out, brother.
Oh, we can talk about Hulk Hogan.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, no, we're out of time.
Oh, hey, wait, no, Brandon, you should talk about Hulk Hogan right quick. You got 2 minutes.
You don't got 2 minutes, you got 20 seconds. Go.
Fuck Keemstar. That's not the one I wanted to say. Shit.
He said that it's okay to be racist as long as there's no cameras around. That's Hulk Hogan's advice.
Fucking Hogan.
Alright, hit us with that outro, Brandon. What button? You ended the recording? I'm still talking. The podcast is still going. Brandon ended the recording by accident. I was about to.
Still here. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna end my recording right.
I'm by myself now. Well, fucking. Ibbity, 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 ibbity. That's all, folks. I guess. Porky Pig. You know. Yeah. All right.